Hey guys, it's Matt here and welcome to another 5 tips video. Today we're going to be looking at Ana. Ana is picked in most games right now and for a good reason. She's the most effective burst healer out there. Let's take a look at some tips so you can pick her up too. Positioning. It might sound strange to you, but from my experience, Ana is best played where the action is. There's a few reasons for this, one being that it's much easier to heal people. Although Ana is a sniper, her projectile unscoped shots are sometimes the easiest way to play her and heal or damage multiple targets around you. The problem I find with playing her scoped is that it really limits your vision. You've heard of people getting tunnel vision, right? Well, being scoped is literal tunnel vision. There's a time and place for it, and of course you will have some teammates and enemies further away that do require scoping, but in general being near your team will maximise your healing capability. On top of that, being in the fray with your team means you're more likely to land a useful grenade or sleep dart. You're also much harder to flank because you're surrounded by your tanks. This might change if the 3 tank meta stops being so prominent, but right now, in my opinion, the best place you can be is with your team. Target priority. So you can damage the enemy team and heal your team. That means you have 11 potential targets for your arsenal. Who do you prioritise? Naturally, as a healer, you should be making sure your teammates are not dying before you look to put out any damage. But what if all of your teammates are dying? If your grenade isn't available, then you need to think logically. For example, your Reinhardt being on half health is more important than your Roadhog being on half health, because Roadhog has the ability to heal. The same situation applies to your Lucio being low. If he's being focused, it won't take long for him to be killed. Yeah, your soldier might be low, but in the meantime he can use his biotic field while you ensure that Lucio escapes. This way the fight is much more likely to tip in your favour, as you'll have his healing and yours combined. In an ideal world, you'll be able to react to your teammates are being damaged. After a while though, target priorities stop becoming something you think about, because with Ana's gameplay, it's counterproductive to spend too long thinking about who you should be healing. Let's say your teammates are topped off. Now what? Well, now you can get some damage in. Try and coordinate with your team and focus on the same people that they are. But in some situations, you're very well equipped to deal with people that your teammates may not be. A big example here is Pharah. If you can get some damage on the enemy team's Pharah, you're taking a load off of Soldier and you're making it easier for your team to suppress or kill her. It takes 3 shots from your sniper to kill a Pharah, and if they're in the open, it shouldn't be too difficult to take them out. Aside from this, just try and get the damage in wherever you can. It's not a waste to shoot a Reinhardt shield if there's nothing else to damage. You may as well maximise your output. Let's talk about your grenade. Your Jar of Piss is such an important asset to your arsenal. It's both defensive and offensive, and in either scenario, you can completely shut down a team fight. Many people will keep it to burst their tanks back to full health, and don't get me wrong, it's the most frequent use for it, but there's another way to make absolutely devastating use of it. Most of the time, you'll see that the enemy team has a Reinhardt. They're usually slowly pushing forward with his shield. Eventually, he'll either take it down to charge, it'll break, or he'll drop it to fire strike. This is where your grenade comes in. As he drops his shield, throw the grenade towards the middle of his team. This will have one of 2 effects. It'll either stop their push completely, or they'll commit to it and it's a perfect time for you to shut them down. Either way, you've single-handedly swayed the result of that team fight. Aside from that, of course you can use it defensively. It's also your easiest source of self-heal. So if you're making use of your positioning, you'll be able to maximise its use with your surrounding teammates. Okay, so what about sleeping correctly? Let's talk about your sleep dart. Its effects are pretty self-explanatory, and the only tip I can give you to use is common sense. It has a pretty generous cooldown, so don't just keep it for the right moment. Use it on enemies to stop them escaping, stop them pushing, save your teammates from being crushed, and stopping the enemy team from ulting. With practice, the twitch reflex will become more natural and you'll have more success. Another thing that comes under common sense when using your sleep dart will be letting your teammates know that you've done it. If you land a big sleep dart, there's nothing worse than just watching them lay there for no reason. If you've got a Roadhog, you can pull him in. If you focus him, you can take him out. Finally, let's talk about your ult. There's been various combos for this. We've had Beyblade, nano boosting a Reaper, Nanoblade, Genji, and Nanovisor, Soldier. Nanovisor is still a good choice, as well as Nanoblade if you do have a Genji. The issue with Nanovisor though, is it's very situational, because your soldier needs to be in a position that he can avoid their Reinhardt shield and their Diva's defense matrix. As well as this, you're very much chained to the expectation that the soldier or Genji will build their ult as quickly as you. This isn't great, as if you're having some success with Ana, you're likely to be the first person to build your ult, and you can end up holding it for the length of time it takes you to build another one. This is why I still personally like to ult Reinhardt. He's one of the only heroes who, if in the right position, can make good use of it and do some heavy damage paired with good survivability. If not, D.Va can be an okay choice as well as Roadhog. In fact, if Roadhog has his ult, it's another good combo there. It's common to boost your Rein as he charges onto the point, that way anyone near him will take some heavy damage from his swings. The key thing to take from this is not holding on to your ult for too long. It's a common mistake and it's just a waste of time. I'm not saying just throw it out there in stupid situations, but if there's no chance of anyone else having the ult soon, and your push or hold is likely to rest on your nano boost, just do it. Thanks for watching guys, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. And please let me know in the comments if you have a topic you want me to cover, I'm always looking for suggestions. Cheers.